How to deepen your connection with Saint Francis of Assisi. Thank you for being here with me. I am Bishop Jose. As some of you might know, I follow Saint Francis of Assisi, a beloved saint known for his humility, love for creation, and devotion to Christ. I hope you have read some of his biographies. If you haven't, it's worth your time. Deepening your connection with him can inspire spiritual growth, a transformation more than you have imagined, and a more Christ-centered life. Here are some practical steps you can take to foster a better understanding of Francis and also create a bond between you and that amazing saint. In the following few minutes, my friends and I will give you 8 steps and one more final step to sum it all up.
First, study his life and teachings. When you get a chance, if you haven't already, read his biography. Learn about St. Francis's radical conversion, his life of poverty, and his mission of peace. His conversion changed the world at a time when people thought it would be impossible to change the culture of the Church in the Middle Ages. He challenged the world around him with his lifestyle, even to the point that the Pope was shocked that he lived the gospel every day. As you study his life and teachings, reflect on his writings. Explore prayers like the Canticle of the Brother Sun, in other words, the Canticle of Creatures, or the Prayer of St. Francis, which reveal his deep spirituality. These prayers not only teach his deep spirituality, but also open the door to finding a kindred spirit. His heart was in love with God in all things and through all things.
Second, imitate his virtues. His greatest gift was humility. So, just like Francis, I invite you to practice humility. This is not a popular word for many people. We will speak on this subject later, but for now, at least explore practicing humility. That will lead you to simplicity, leading you to putting others' needs before your own. Simplicity means being happy and satisfied with what you have and simple things, rather than keeping yourself at the shops and online stores most of your day. Be satisfied with the blessings you have. Love creation, that is, nature, the world, the birds, the flowers, and the little animals that run around. Care for the environment as an expression of gratitude to God, following Francis's example of seeing all creation as a reflection of God's glory. Everything that your eyes go to today is God's creation. It doesn't matter if that is a worm, a flower, a tree, a person, or even those whom you might dislike. Everything around you that you might step on, play with, toss up, or ignore is still God's creation. Embrace peace. Foster forgiveness and reconciliation in your relationships, mirroring St. Francis's mission of peace.
Third, seek his intercession. Include St. Francis in your daily prayers, asking for his guidance in living a Christ-centered life. He lived a Christ-centered life. While your prayers are granted or heard by God, seeking the intercession of Francis is a good spiritual discipline if you believe in such spiritual practices. It will help you to pattern your life in some discipline that will benefit you. Also consider using prayers inspired by him, such as, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace.
Let me sow love where there is injury, pardon where there is doubt, faith where there is despair, where there is darkness, light, and where there's sadness, joy, oh divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console. to be loved. Oh yeah, to be told is to console, to be understood is to understand, to be loved is to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in parting that we are part, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life.
Fourth, engage in acts of service. Here are some simple ways to engage in the devotion of St. Francis and follow his lifestyle. Volunteer to help the poor, the sick, or marginalized groups, echoing Francis's care for the least of society. Support animal shelters or initiatives that protect nature in honor of his love for all creatures. Care for God's creation. Enjoy the nature and protect it.
Fifth, practice Franciscan spirituality. How can you do that? Here are some ways. Join a secular Franciscan order or Franciscan retreat to immerse yourself in the spirituality of St. Francis. Attend Mass, the Holy Eucharist or prayer services on his feast day, October 4th, or visit Franciscan sites if possible.
Sixth, meditate on the Crucifix of San Damiano. When I visited Assisi, this was one of the things I did, and it was a wonderful spiritual experience. St. Francis received his call to rebuild the church while praying before this crucifix. If you have a chance, spend time in prayer before a replica of St. Damiano cross, asking God to guide your spiritual journey.
And the seventh, celebrate the blessing of animals. When possible, participate in or host a Blessing of the Animals event, a tradition inspired by St. Francis to honor God's creatures.
And the last, the eighth. It is to live the gospel radically. Radical living of the gospel. Don't forget to live the gospel daily. It's not enough to talk or preach about it, but to live it like St. Francis did every day. I know it's not easy, but I promise you, it's worth it. St. Francis's life was a living gospel. You can embody his spirit in your own way by dedicating your life to God, serving others, and finding joy in simplicity. By learning from and adopting St. Francis of Assisi's virtues, you can draw closer to God and discover a life of peace, joy, and love for all creation. I will pray that you will be blessed with this amazing blessing to live in the footsteps of Francis of Assisi, a great saint for all times. I also invite you to join me daily for the live celebration of Holy Rosary at 7 a.m. right here. As you know, St. Dominic and St. Francis are friends, and it is St. Dominic who introduced to his friend Francis this beautiful devotion that we all are fond of. May God bless you.
I love you, Lord, with all of my heart. Lord of my soul, hear me your peace. I love you, Lord, with all of my heart. Restore my soul, give me your peace. I love you, Lord, with all of soul.